remain standing while ASB Commissioners Marcus Pereira and Gabe Cheadle lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as Corinne Turner and Vanessa Guevara sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars rule the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ring loud, the most bursting in it gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the
You may now be seated. Welcome, everyone. My name is Debbie Padilla, and I'm the principal here at Sobrato High School, presenting you with the class of 2012. Before we get started, I have a few introductions. I'd like to welcome our superintendent, Dr. Smith, as well as our deputy superintendent, Ms. Talmazini, and our assistant superintendent, Socorro Shields. Can you guys please stand? And also our trustees, President Ron Wolf, Vice President Don Moody, Trustee Bob Benevento, Trustee Kathy Sullivan, Trustee Shelley Thomas, Trustee Peter Mandel, and Trustee Claudia Rossi. I would also like to introduce our wonderful Sobrato staff who you see in black robes. If all of our staff could rise, please. And now, class of 2012, over the past 4 years, we have shared milestones that some may never experience in a lifetime. We have suffered the loss of 2 students and are still hopeful for the safe return of another peer. Honestly, high school is difficult enough without these additional burdens. Yet, with the passionate zest for life you have shown throughout your high school years, you have become resilient to the challenges life has presented. In fact, this group of students being honored today has set new records for success at Sobrato. Academically, we have more Golden State Seal recipients than any previous class. Our athletes have been honored with league championships and CCS honors. We have FFA, Spanish, mock trial, and Rotary Award winners. Our senior class overall earned over $250,000 in scholarships based on their academic, athletic, and/or community service efforts. Over 40% of you are attending four-year universities, including 7 of the 9 UC campuses, 11 CSUs, private and out-of-state schools such as USF, BYU, Santa Clara, Baylor, and Dartmouth. Another 2% will be entering the military with 1 appointment to the U.S. Air Force Academy. For the first time in Sobrato history, 100% of our senior class have declared clear goals for the next stages of their lives. You are an eclectic group with a tenacious spirit who has challenged me throughout our 4 years together. Never let frustration, anger, fear, or regret extinguish the bright lights of passion, joy, courage, and satisfaction that have made you the brilliant people that I respect and honor today. You have the power within yourselves to change not only your path, but the course of a nation. So now I challenge you to take our bulldog spirit beyond the high school walls and into the world of college, work, and real life. I hope that all of you will continue to honor the Sobrato way throughout the rest of your lives. Class of 2012, congratulations on your past accomplishments and good luck in your future endeavors. And please welcome the Superintendent of Morgan Hill Unified School District, Dr. Wesley Smith.
In the superintendent's manual on graduation speeches, it says pretty clearly, be brief, because no one really came to hear you. So I'll heed that and be very brief today. On behalf of the school district, I really want to thank, although Ms. Padilla recognized them, the staff members here at Sobrato High School. I want to thank them for their professionalism, for their dedication, for the countless hours they spend ensuring that our kids are not only safe, but they're learning, they're becoming great citizens. And so to the staff of Sobrato, thank you very much for all of your hard work. Also, being a Sobrato parent myself, I want to thank all the parents, guardians, and family members out there. We certainly know that without you, many of the young adults behind me wouldn't be there. So thank you for all of your support, for the countless hours of helping with homework and attending games and performances and community service hours. Thank you very much. And then last but not least, the important group today are the students, the young people behind me. I want to thank the class of 2012, the Sobrato High students, for their dedication academically, what they do on the athletic fields, co-curricular events, but most of all for the great people they are. They have dealt with amazing things this year. They've done it with courage, with dignity, and I couldn't be more proud of these students. And so, to the students behind me, thank you very much for who you are and what you represent.
Each year, the senior class selects a keynote speaker whose wisdom or teachings have inspired them. This year, the class of 2012 has asked Carl Cadenasso, who has had the opportunity to have all of our seniors as students, to give one final lesson. The students value his humor, easygoing disposition, and practical approach to his course content. Please welcome Sobrato's teacher of economics, Mr. Carl Cadenasso.
with that question. And that question led us into discussions ranging from local events, including some unbelievably tragic ones right here in our Sobrato community, to national and international events in economics, politics, war, scientific discovery, and a whole range of other fields. We ask questions and try to find answers. And my hope is that all of you continue to keep yourselves informed and curious about the world. Some of the questions we answered were pretty silly, like, what does a banana look like if you leave it on a table for an entire year? Well, we now know the answer to that question. It looks like this. At first, many of you are disgusted by this, but your curiosity overwhelmed your repulsion. How do I know this? Because during the year, you added 2 apples, an orange, a lemon, a lime, a pomegranate, a spiraled orange peel, a strawberry, a grape, and a pear. I had an entire fruit salad drying on my table for the last couple of months. And every day, some of you come in and look at parts of that and look in wonder at what's happening. And I've always enjoyed watching your reactions to this. Another question that perhaps wasn't really relevant to economics, but was fun to ask anyway, was, are all trout the same? Well, since we happen to have the world's best calendar, we know that indeed all trout are not the same. You've learned about species of trout and their habitats and what threatens them, and I believe that you know more about trout than any graduates at any high school in the nation. Now, not all of our questions were unrelated to economics. We asked, how are taxes paid? How do banks and the stock market work? What's a 401k? What's the national debt? And how does it affect you and your generation who are going to be responsible for paying it in the next few years? And in all your other classes, you've learned countless other lessons as well. And I hope, I'm sure we all hope, that you have learned the value of knowledge. That you take with you a sense of curiosity. The world's an amazing place, guys. Sure, you'll learn for a future job, and I hope you all find a field that fascinates you. But I want to encourage you to learn just for the sake of learning. It's fun just figuring things out. Study subjects that are outside your field. Learn things like how a car works, or how the weather works. Figure out why it's always so windy here at Sobrato. If your passion is poetry, take some time to learn some physics. There are books out there. It's not that hard. Don't be scared. And if your passion is physics, take some time to read poetry. There are books out there. It's not that hard. Don't be scared. Look carefully at the world around you. There's lots to see. Be curious. Congratulations and good luck. Introduce this year's salutatorian, Bohan Zong.
When I think of teenagers in high school, I think of one thing: maturity. After all, teenagers are the only people with enough Facebook experience and obtuseness to confidently exclaim that we know everything. And we do. At least until test day comes. High school, however, is more than just academics. It's 4 years of making mistakes, making friends, and making more mistakes. It's the last 4 years of childhood. Our class, the class of 2012, has traversed many adventures in these last years of the little golden age. We have held hands through terrible tragedies. We have shared a beautiful comradeship, and like legendary Pokemon trainer Ash Ketchum, we won't stop until we catch him. I mean, do it all. I know that many of us are absolutely ebullient about finally getting the set foot and go out on our own. And we probably would have by now if there wasn't this graduation thing in the way. But as much as we want to let go of the past, I've realized I will never be able to shake off the people I've met and the experiences I've had. As eager as we are to grow up, to embrace the future, we are where we've come from. So let's do it, let's move forward, but never let go. It gives me great pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian, Ernest Yip.
Hello everyone. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to David Frederick and also Jessica Westall because they both asked me to. But in any case, it's great to be out here today with all of you. Today is a day where we seniors graduate and move on in our future lives. It's an exciting moment, but also an intimidating moment. It is true what people say, we really are the future of our world and the next generation. It's a big role to fill, and sometimes I wonder if I'm fit to take on this task. But here's the thing, I can't guarantee that any of us graduates will actually find a cure for cancer, or solve world hunger, or defeat all the looming problems that we face today. But I am confident we'll all find a place we belong in the world. One does not have to be famous to be significant. Who's to say that an inventor is more important than the teacher who taught him the science behind everything? My point is this, there's an important role that we'll all fill one day. Whether it's simply being a caring parent, a role model, or even the scientist who does find a cure for cancer. I've been in most of this class for 4 years, and they're all amazing in their own way. Our success in life should not be based on whether we become well known for what we've accomplished. What really matters is how we use our time to help others. We can live out our everyday lives, enjoy it, and still be important. My respected peer and fellow, Senior Mitchell Reese, once told me, "You only live once." Since that's true, I say we make the best of it. Thank you. And now, please join me in welcoming my good friend and the senior class vice president, Chinedu Okafor.
There is nothing more precious than what our class has come to mean to this school. We all began high school not knowing what to expect, as wide-eyed, inquisitive freshmen trying to forge our own paths. Now we stand before you today as the most eclectic and spontaneous graduating class Sobrato has ever produced. The friendships made during these 4 long years will surely last a lifetime and a half. No matter where we go from here, whether it is enlisting, the workforce, or furthering our education, I have no doubt in my mind that the vast majority of my class, the class of 2012, will go on to make a positive mark in the world for the greater good. I came to realize this from the bonds that our class has created. Bonds formed while painting the tarps and floats for homecoming, finishing Audino's long essays, and the incessant study groups, playing varsity sports, and Miss Yates' Dolores classroom. Because now, as we await our departure into the abyss of reality, we can look at the person to our left and to our right, and remember how each one of them made us a better person. Before I leave, I'd like to share with you a quote from one of my favorite movies. "Gone are my blues, and gone are my tears. I've got good news to shout in your ears. The long-lost dollar has come back to the fold. With silver you can turn your dreams to gold." Thank you. Please welcome Allison Bedecourt, ASB President.
We have always had choices. To eat the blue or the red popsicle, to sit at the front or the back of the classroom, to jump in the pool, or slowly walk in. But when it came to our futures, there always seemed to be a plan that was out there, one we had to go discover in order to be truly complete. and the end of our K-12 schooling seemed like the start of that magical plan. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I have yet to find this mysterious plan. What I have found, though, is that the choices that present themselves every day are what shape our present and our future. We have chosen to work on the English project all night in order to pass the class. We have chosen to sleep with the math textbook under our pillow in hopes that it will help us pass the test. We have chosen the people we surround ourselves with and have come to love. Each of us has made tough decisions and has worked hard to make it to this stage here today. So congratulations on your pass that is brought you here today, class of 2012, and good luck with your future endeavors. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the senior class co-presidents, Zach Ankiel and Joshua Eno.
I'd like to read our senior quote that was written in a book by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So no matter which path we may take as we go on our future endeavors, I hope we will keep an open mind that our potential has the capability to far exceed things we can conceive in the present. Today our senior class is welcome to the adult world. We're here, ready to say hello. I am proud to be a part of this senior class of 2012, and I wish them the best for their futures. Thank you.
Good evening. Mr. Miller? Where's my speech? I actually have one. I brought an extra copy, actually. This is you. Thank you. This is you. Thank you. Good evening, one and all. First off, I'd like to thank Miss Padilla and the Sobrato Board of Trustees for allowing me to speak on their behalf tonight. And we've already thanked the parents today, but don't forget to thank them again when you move back in with them. And thanks to the class of 2012, we are what some have called the greatest generation. Not many, but some. So far, just me, actually. But you know what? We've been told to follow our dreams, to make good choices, and to be the light that illuminates the world. We've been told to follow our passions and to make the world a better place. We can become the doctors, lawyers, and engineers of the future. But doing that will not make us the greatest generation. Let's take it a step further. We all need to become astronauts. And if we don't, let's reach for the stars anyway. Thank you, and God bless America. And now, Principal Debbie Padilla will begin conferring of diplomas.
We will now begin conferring diplomas. Students have chosen to sit with their closest friends instead of in alphabetical order. I know this makes it a challenge for parents, but you get to watch them all. You will notice in the program that many students have symbols next to their names, indicating special recognition that our seniors received at awards night. Some of them have cords. A gold worn tonight signifies that a student is in the top 10% of the class. A silver has been earned through community service. A blue and gold cord identifies our Avid graduates, and the black and white indicates the Golden State Seal recipients. we ask that our audience try to be polite to all of our guests, and remember that we will have the reading of the names. They come pretty quick, so you're welcome to be in the middle aisles to take pictures, but please try not to stand up in front of other audience members. Also, we do have professional photographers here taking pictures for you that you can order after the graduation ceremony. At this time, Assistant Principal Kevin Miller and our counselor Ted Thomas will be reading students' names, and our board members will be conferring the diplomas.
Are you guys ready? More importantly, are you all ready? Let's begin. Jacob Dozier, Karen Guevara, Molly Ganoza, Manjinder Kaur, Sabrina Ferretti, Brittany Shores, Bryce McNabb, Joshua Eno, Zach Ankiel, Allison Betancourt, Shinadu Okafor, Bohan Song, Ernest Yip, Vanessa Guevara, Corinne Turner, Gabe Cheadle, Marcus Pereira, Justin Longoria, Kyle Benson, Manuel Gomez, Doug Jonassy, Andy Lee, Becky Bowe, Angela Yoon, Mitchell Reese, Diana Trong, Adam Jasper, Roger Quo, Jesse Gavea, Giovanni Chow, Matthew Domnauer, Matt Boyd, Newton Nguyen, John Patterson, Josie Bowe, Jeff Hamilton, Lindsay Davis, Jonathan Cervantes, Vikram Dillon, John Asfor, Eduardo Mercado, Eli Amaya, Bijan Marks, Sandra Romero, Taylor Moyles, Jordan Crone, Brianna DeMarco, Bianca Gill, Jalen Garrett, Maggie Kropp, Alyssa Learden, Valerie Bañuelos, Haley Ripsaman, Courtney Clappett, Nicole Kiles, Ali Govea, Isaac Dreyfus, my girlfriend, Laura Purdy, Brandon Tice, Grant Wallace, Christian Newman, John Ludman, Clinton Ludman, Hunter Wilkinson,
Katrina Herman, Lauren Newcomb, Tiffany Lee, Kimberly Lee, Miranda Harrington, Arsaman Gill, Arleth Mendoza, Sydney Acosta, Taylor Endo, Leah Harper, Nicholas Darnell, Jose B. Sanchez, Gabriela Garcia, Jennifer Aparicio Sandoval, Lisa Garcia, Mary Greco, Anthony Rivera, Jorge Martinez, Ricardo Daniel Adam Masoni III, Nicole Mejia, Desiree Barnes, Desiree Zavala, Christine Wynn, Yaira Montes, Angie Nash, Jennifer Moreno, Amy Paul, Jasneet Denoda, Catherine Bassett, Deanna Agneta, Sarah Gilbert, Audrey Calderon, Samuel Campos, Daniel Ramirez, Jessica Westall, Ben Vader, Aaron Lipscomb, Jeremy Zimmerman, Robbie Rubenzer, Connor Porzio, Eric Zapata, Tyler Lerma, Javier Jimenez, Weston Harskovitz, Derek Taylor, Ali Bondi, Caitlin Michelle Ryman, Leanne Rachel Holloway, Jeff Zane, Geraldo Herrera, Matt Zane, Adrian Torres, Blake Patterson, Julieta Casares, Billy Bashir, Jessica Munoz, Rosario Franco, Nancy Lopez, Celeste Mendieta, Gustavo Guevara, Anil Gill, Skylar King, Obin Bono, Logan Bleak, Erica Svensson, Marina Racine, Sarah Ledwan, Jocelyn Bin, Kylie McLaughlin, Gail Weislovel, June Billings, Kaylee Simmons, Kyle Walden, Listo, Nemerta Chera, Mary Roth, Emily Borchers, Nicole McLaughlin, Anastasia Rudd, Sabrina Wirtz, Camila Rico, Grace Ma, Lindsay Crane, Alex Hernandez, Bianca Ramirez, Alyssa Williams, Bassem Abu Jurem, Liza Harried,
Trevor Townsend, Michael Napia, Jose Velasquez, Justin Lee, Marco Viscara, Alex Richardson, Eduardo Sanchez, Daniel Everett, Kevin Vasquez, Zach McCarroll, Adrian Chavez, Josh DeLuna, Alex Hanley, Nicholas Alexander Kavanaugh, Sam Ribeiro, Joseph Ryan Ferrero, Jennifer Barnes, Heather Johnson, Austin Rutledge, Andrew Vance, Ryan Kabashi, Eric Gawil Perez, Javier Villarreal, Kimberly Sakai, Sean Mitchell Shalafley, Eve Okamura, Patrick Reed, Danielle Stites, Garrett Jenks, Will Watson, Jennifer Ordaz, Kylie Sylvie, Claire Reardon, Jenny Alvarez, Frankie Palmer, Steven Villarreal, Ryan Pereira, Suzanne Schmelzer, Anthony Villarreal, Corey Michael Stapleton, Taylor Barnes, Tyler Page, Jackson Harry Short, Michael Flutier, Justine Ramirez, Melissa Garmin, Elise Silverberg, Jared White, Chance J. Garrett, Michael Ciccone, Katie Dartez,